Sidiganjiri Demato.
What's going on, guys? I'm Brian.
I'm Mike.
And welcome to the Stub Club. We are at our final movie before Infinity War.
Do you feel it?
Yeah.
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 It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Wait.
So,
why am I wearing this hat? I don't need this hat.
where are you going?
Go right here. I'm getting my.
Oh, you're getting ready for
I'm
it.
getting ready for it. Gotta adjust this.
Because you got a big head. There it is.
There.
Alright, so, final movie before Infinity War. And it's probably what most people will say is the greatest Marvel movie of all time. Black Panther.
Oh. How many times have you seen it?
I saw it.
Over under 5.
It probably had 5.
My one friend's seen it like 8 times.
Oh, really?
Because when I see him at work, he's like, "Guess what I'm doing Tuesday?" I'm like, "Working?"
Oh, is the guy
No.
that we see the movies with all the time?
Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, "Go
The
see
guy,
Black
that
Panther."
fell asleep on Ready Player One.
He's like, "I'm going to see Black Panther again for the 6th time on Tuesday."
Jeez.
I'm like, damn, dude.
But
And then I see him on Thursday. He's like, "Guess what I'm doing tomorrow night?" I'm like, "Go and see Black." Yeah, I'm going to see Black Panther again. My friend who hasn't seen it yet. Like, how many? He's like, I think I'm at 9 now.
oh my god.
Damn.
No, I saw it. I saw it once with you. I actually saw it twice with you.
Oh my god. So
Chris, my buddy Chris, my mom, and I think I saw it one other time.
good. Oh, damn.
Not completely sure, but this movie's so good. So it was directed by Ryan Coogler. It stars Chadwick Boseman,
Oh god.
just Michael B. Jordan,
Angela Bassett.
all these what's his name? Who plays
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis? That's his name. Andy Serkis is in this.
National treasure, this man.
So this movie, because the last movie was Thor Ragnarok, and the movie before that was Spider-Man. So there's a lot of comedy in those movies. This movie has comedy in it, but not as much. This is a very serious movie.
Yeah.
Like, finally, like, I won't say finally because I love the comedy in these movies, but like we get a movie that's both funny to watch and incredibly serious.
Yeah.
So the movie takes place about a week after Civil War.
Yeah.
Like, literally, it takes place about a week after Civil War.
We're jumping right into spoilers at this point.
Yeah. Because we don't have that much time anyways.
Yeah. So, like, week after the events of Civil War, after, like, Sokovia Accords, T'Chaka's dead.
T'Chaka's dead.
And we pretty much get to see what happens when Black Panther goes back. But the movie starts
Oh, in the 90s.
in the 90s.
In Oakland. You see these kids are playing basketball, and there's these two guys that are talking about how they're going to rob something or something like that. Honestly, I don't remember those basics of it. But all of a sudden, all the lights cut out.
Yeah.
And then you see these two bald women with spears, and then the lights come back on. You see the Black Panther, and it's T'Chaka. It's T'Chaka Black Panther.
T'Chaka Black Panther.
Gold. He looks like a king. He's wearing these robes, basically these sheets, to show his royalty and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he takes off the helmet, and the guy is his brother. And he's talking about like how he's like, "How are you? It's good to see you again." And then he goes, "How's the homeland?" In which they're talking about Wakanda. And he goes, "Somebody," they're talking about Claw now, has destroyed our land and killed many of our own to take our vibranium.
Oh yeah.
And he figures out that his brother did it, and he kills his brother. The Black Panther kills his brother, which was crazy how that started. So we move on now to present day. What would be present day? It's after Civil War, and the Black Panther is now becoming King T'Challa.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to go through this whole ritual, this combat ritual, where he has to get the powers of the Black Panther stripped away.
Isn't it called Warrior Falls? Is where it takes place.
Something like that, probably.
Something,
yeah. And I will say, like, they have these rituals that are basically like actual African rituals.
Oh yeah.
Where they have it just beautiful. Everybody's dressed to the nines. The colors are just amazing.
So vibrant.
They're all doing these dances where it's like
tribal dances.
It's tribal dances, but they're not doing it to make fun of these tribes. They're doing it to like
because that's what the tribes.
That's what they would do. It's almost like they're paying respect to Africa.
Oh yeah.
And they have these beautiful panning shots of South Africa where it's just like you don't even see any animals, just beautiful landscapes. And just amazing looking stuff.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, they're doing this whole trial combat thing where the Black Panther T'Challa gets his Black Panther
he gets the
powers
and the power of the Black Panther stripped away from him.
He gets it stripped away from him. And there's one person that's going to fight him, and it's the leader of the Jabari tribe, which is also the white gorilla tribe, and it's M'Baku.
M'Baku.
And oh my god, I love this character.
Oh yeah.
I actually made a Dungeons and Dragons character based off of M'Baku.
You really?
Oh, dude, because he's awesome.
Yeah.
And the guy that plays him, I don't remember his name, but he's really good at what he's doing. These guys are freaking scary. They're huge. They are monsters of men. That's why they're called the White Gorillas.
Yeah.
They're
huge.
They're just big guys. And so they have to wear these masks. T'Challa's wearing a panther mask, obviously.
Right.
And this dude's wearing a gorilla mask, which is just freaky. That thing scared the shit out of me when I first saw it.
Because it looks like a skull.
Oh,
like
it's
a gorilla skull.
It's crazy. So they're doing this whole fight, and it's a good fight. It's an awesome fight to watch. The whole thing ends where the Black Panther T'Challa is choking him out with he basically has a triangle choke on him.
Yeah.
And he's choking him out. He's just like, "Don't let me kill you. Your tribe needs you." And he finally taps.
Yeah.
And because they were right next to the falls, and he was just gonna toss him over, but he decided not to because that's what a king does. So he has to get the Black Panther
powers back.
Black Panther powers back, and he has to basically drink the purple flower or whatever it's called.
The heart-shaped herb.
The heart-shaped herb, that's what it's called. So he drinks it, and they bury him. Mm-hmm. Now, I thought that was really cool because basically what's happening is that he's being buried as T'Challa, the prince.
But he's
rising as T'Challa the king.
Yeah.
He's rising as the Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
But while he's basically being buried, he's in this dreamlike state where he sees a bunch of Black Panthers
in the ancestral plane.
It's the ancestral plane, and he finally sees his dad. Now, one thing got me about his dad. I don't know if he has a lazy eye in real life.
I don't know.
But that bothered me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That actually bothered me because the eye was going down like this. It almost looked like it was CGI. Like, I'm not even lying.
Unless the guy might have a fake eye.
He might. I mean, either way, he's a good actor. That just bothered me a little bit. Anyways, so he talks to him. He's like, "I'm sorry that you died in my hands." And he's just like, "Do not be sorry for how I died. Be grateful for how I lived," and stuff like that. And so finally, we go and we finally meet our villain. Oh yeah. And it's Michael B. Jordan. Thank you to Marvel Cinematic Universe for the redemption of both of the Human Torches, with Chris Evans going on to be Captain America, and Michael B. Jordan in this part, in this character. He's so good,
so much better.
He's in a museum. He's talking to this woman, and it's just this African tribes. It's like, what's it called? It's like just these Natural History Museum, and he's talking about African tribes. And he goes this one thing. It's basically an axe. And he goes, "So what's this one?" He goes like, "Oh, this was also the something tribe." And he goes like, "Nah, the British got it from that tribe, but this is Wakandan." And she's just like, "Excuse me?"
I'm taking off your hands for you.
Yeah, he's just like, "Oh," he's like, "No, I'm not buying it. Did your people buy our land from you, or did you buy my people? No, you just took it." And what she didn't realize that they poisoned her drink, her coffee. So all of a sudden, in comes Andy Serkis and one of his partners. They're in this what's it called? They're in the
Museum.
they're in these paramedic get up.
Oh yeah.
And they don't even take her. They don't even take her. They take Michael B. Jordan out. They take they kill everybody in there. They take the thing, and you see Claw. You see his hand, and I like the CGI for this because it basically just opens up right down the middle.
Oh yeah.
And he does this thing where it shakes the dust and rust off of it, and it's vibranium. It's legitimate vibranium. So they escape. They leave.
I like when the one guy in the museum he's got his hands up. He's like, no, put your hands down. He's like, really? And he puts his hands down. He's like, I'll tell you what, go, run, get out of here. As long as you don't tell anyone, you're good, just go. Yeah. He's like, really? Yeah, go. And he runs away and just shoots him. Like, oh, damn.
Oh, Andy Serkis is awesome in this movie.
I know.
So, moving along a little bit, T'Challa's king, and then he finds out that, they figure out where Claw is, and they know where he's going to be next. And so they do this whole montage where T'Challa goes in and he sees his sister Suri, and they say that she's smarter than Tony Stark, which is amazing. Yeah. Black Panther's smarter than Tony Stark.
Oh yeah.
But they have all this technology, which is so cool, and freaking, she does a thing like, "What are those?" and he's wearing these stupid sandals and stuff like that. Oh, the elders would love these and stuff like that. Yeah. So she's telling them all about these weapons, and they show the Black Panther suit, which is just a necklace. And then he goes, and then they go. And then he goes. She goes. She scans him and says, "Think about the suit." And all of a sudden, there is the suit.
Yeah.
The Black Panther suit, beautiful. And he kicks it. She goes, "Hit it." And he kicks the thing and it flies back. He's like, "I said hit it, don't destroy it." And then she brings it back. He's like, "What did you want me to do?"
And it's glowing like purple where he hit it.
Yeah, it's glowing purple, so she's like, "Strike it again."
She's recording him.
Yeah, she's just like, "Why are you recording this?" He's just like, "For science." And boom, hits it. And it's what it is. It's it's like kinetic energy. It's like a kinetic energy.
Momentum redirection.
And it hits him, and he flies back, and he gets up and he goes, "Delete that footage." So they go to Japan because that's where they figure out where Claw's gonna be. And the Claw in this movie is just so good.
South Korea.
Korea, I'm sorry, yeah, South Korea. And Andy Serkis in this movie is just amazing because they get General Ross back in there, not Thaddeus
Ross.
Everett Ross. They get Everett Ross back in here. I can't remember what his name is. Oh, Martin Freeman. Martin Freeman playing Everett Ross there. He's back in this. So Andy Serkis arrives because they're doing a deal for the vibranium. He comes in. He's just like, "What are you guys doing? Recording your mixtapes?" I think, "Oh yeah, actually." He's just like, "Oh."
And they actually have mixtapes.
Yeah,
give them over mixtapes.
He's just like, "Hey, you want give him the SoundCloud?" He's just like, "I don't want. Please don't make me listen to your music." And Andy Serkis they're all doing this, and somebody sees that it's Michonne from The Walking Dead. I can't remember her actual name, but she's in this movie too.
I think it's Janelle Guerrero or something.
Something like that. Yeah. But she's really cool in this movie.
Yeah.
She has a spear. She destroys everybody with it.
But she gets caught. Because she gets caught talking in,
she's like, "Calm down."
African or something. Yeah. The guy's like, "Hey, what are you doing over there?" She's like, "What?"
She's like, "I've been had," and boom, just hits him with the spear.
The spear's like this big, and then it's like
it extends. It's like
just lays him out.
It's like Nightwing's. It's like Nightwing's staff.
It's huge.
Yeah. So there's this whole fight in this random casino, and there's the ending part of it because it's just a fight. You know what you're gonna get with this fight because especially with Black Panther because he's so agile and stuff like that. Yeah. The end of this fight, Black Panther jumps up to the top of the stairs, and Andy's just like, "All right, you got me. You look just like your father." And he goes like this, and all of a sudden a cannon comes out. His vibranium cannon. He goes, boom! It just destroys everything around him. And there's money flying everywhere. He's like, "I made it rain." And runs out. It's good. Then they do this whole car chase.
That's one of the best parts of the movie.
Oh, and they're doing this whole car chase, and Andy Serkis is just like, "Why is there no music? This is like a funeral." And there's music playing and all that stuff. And what? God, I can't. God, what is her name?
Shuri?
No. She's also part of this. So they're driving this car, but it's unmanned because they're driving it from Wakanda. No, the Okoye.
That's what it was.
Okoye and the other girl, the love interest of this movie, which, honestly, I didn't really think she was that important because I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
Okoye, they're also driving a different car because there's 4 separate cars and they're both divided. They forked off, and they're all doing this. Black Panther's riding on top of the car that's unmanned because they have this technology where Shuri can drive it from Wakanda.
Right, but they have to throw I think it's like this orb or something. They throw it onto the car when they
It's
go.
like an antenna. It's like a small. It's like so small. It almost looks like a hood ornament.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like. So that's all happening. This car is awesome. Black Panther, he runs on a building and then slices one of the tires with his claws, and so that's one car taken down. And then he gets all this energy built up because they're shooting him. He jumps in front of a car and he just stops it, just dead on, just stops it. So then going to Okoye and the other girl, Okoye takes her spear. By the way, this is a vibranium spear. So this thing can't be broken. She throws it, and it goes right through the hood and just stops the car and just destroys it. So then they keep driving, and Andy Serkis in the front car, with the car that Okoye and the other one's driving, the other one's driving, and Andy Serkis gets out of the car and uses his claw and just shoots another thing, and it blows up the car. Okoye, she just jumps over and everything. She's fine. And then you see the other girl. She's holding on to the steering wheel of the cartoon,
sliding on the seat.
The seat's there, and she just looks at Okoye, and she's like. So they finally catch what's it called? They finally catch Andy Serkis, and then there's a whole interrogation scene which is really cool because it's Bilbo and Gollum again in the same room.
I'm not gonna make the joke. I can make the joke, but I'm not gonna make it.
What, the token white guys?
Yeah, they're the token white characters in this movie.
So that's all happening. Then Michael B. Jordan breaks them out. He's wearing this mask. It's like a goat mask.
It's the mask that he got from the museum.
Yeah, he stole a mask from the museum.
They're like, why'd you take that? He's like, I thought it was cool.
He's like, nah, I'm just feeling it.
Yeah, that's funny.
So they escape. We're gonna move on a little bit faster. They Michael B. Jordan and what's his name? Claw get to this airport because they're gonna escape, and he kills Claw.
God, and he shoots him.
I was so sad.
I was too. I'm like, oh.
They killed Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis gets the shaft once again.
Of course.
What's cool though is that he takes Andy Serkis' body to Wakanda as a peace offering.
Yeah.
And he gets taken into the throne room, and he's just like, I'm your cousin, and he goes, hey auntie, and I'm like, what the?
What's up, auntie? And they're
just like,
prove it, and he does that thing where he like flips his
lip out. They all have.
He's got the blue mark.
Tattoos, like blue tattoo marks.
That glows.
That glow on the bottom of their lips.
Detail.
So that was pretty cool. So they have this trial again. T'Challa versus, now his name is Killmonger, Eric Killmonger. They have this fight and Killmonger wins. So now he's king.
Throws T'Challa over the waterfall.
Throws T'Challa off the water, or over the waterfall, and now he's king. And they do the same ritual where they put the power of the Black Panther in him. Mm-hmm. And his dream is that he's back in Oakland. And the guy that was killed was his father, the T'Chaka's brother.
Yeah.
So he goes into this, and they go, and his dad. The one line that really got me, was his dad goes, "What? No tears for me?" And he goes, "Nah, everybody dies."
Oh shit.
He's like everybody dies. It's just part of life. And I'm like, oh shit,
It got real
like
fast.
damn, because they live in the ghetto and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like that got me. I'm like, whoa, this got real.
Like, holy shit. Well, they're not wrong.
So the royal family has to escape. The Charles' mom, Shorty,
love interest.
his love interest. I can't remember her name. I really can't.
It's probably something super simple.
It probably is, but
as they're escaping.
But they're escaping, and they go to Everett Ross is there too, because Everett Ross got basically blown up, and there's shrapnel in his back, but they healed him because they just healed him in 2 hours, because Wakanda technology. So Everett Ross is with them too. So they're going to the Jabari tribe. They're going into the mountains to see the Jabari tribe, and they get captured by the Jabari tribe because they're not supposed to be there. And they see M'Baku again. And Everett Ross goes, "Hey, listen." And he's just like, "Oh," and he keeps barking at him. I'm like, "What the hell?" And he goes, "If you speak one more time, I will feed you to my children." And he goes,
Nah.
"Just kidding. We're vegetarians." And he just starts laughing. And they're just like, "Will you take this heart-shaped herb?" Because they stole one.
When they were escaping, they snuck in there and they grabbed a couple.
And they stole one, and he's just like, "I will not do it." But the reason why is because they saved T'Challa.
Yeah.
T'Challa washed up on their shoreline, and they've been keeping him in snow, which I don't know how they did this because it kept him in a coma. But they mushed up the heart-shaped herb and had him drink from it. And T'Challa goes back to this dream where he sees his father, and he blames all of them for killing his father and not taking the son with him and stuff like that. He blames all of them. And he's just like, "You're the reason why this is happening," which is true.
Yeah.
So finally T'Challa's back. He goes to take his crown back, and Killmonger has this whole idea where he's going to deliver weapons to basically all the oppressed people in the world so that they can fight their oppressors. Very civil rights in this movie. Like, it was okay. It got me a little bit. I'm like, all right, cool. I want to see superheroes.
Yeah.
So there's this whole battle of like 3 or 4 tribes, and T'Challa's women with Okoye, because they're all women. There's no men or guards, so they're all fighting. There's these dudes that are riding rhinos and stuff like that.
The rhino.
So the final fight between Killmonger and Black Panther, I'll say it was a good fight.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Greatest thing I've ever seen was the Civil War fight.
Yeah.
Between Iron Man and Captain America.
But the final thing, they're fighting with this knife, and Killmonger's wearing because there was two suits that came out of the necklace. There was one that was just a regular Black Panther, and then there's one that was gold and had all these designs and stuff like that looked like a panther. And so they're fighting, and they have this dagger, and Black Panther kicks the dagger up into the air, grabs it, and stabs Killmonger right through the chest.
What they're fighting on is a train that disables the powers of the vibranium.
Yeah.
So it renders their suits worthless. So he waits until the train passes by, cuts off the suit, stabs him, and then the train completes and the suit goes back on with a knife. It's like, oh.
And he goes like, and Killmonger's just like, good move. Like, oh. So they have this last shot though, where it's the sunset, and because the whole thing was,
This part's super sad.
my father told me that the sunsets in Wakanda were the most beautiful thing in the world, and now I finally get to see one. And he's just like, and because T'Challa's like, we can help you, we can get you back. He's just like, why? So you can lock me back up in the prison? And he goes, I'd rather die.
Pulls the knife out.
He goes, I'd rather die than be in prison, just like my ancestors that jumped off the boat, that didn't want to be slaves and stuff like that. He pulls it out and he dies.
Yeah.
So that whole thing happens. T'Challa opens up Wakanda to the world. We're gonna go into the end credit scenes. The first end credit scene is basically just Black Panther, Shuri,
The love interest.
The love interest in Okoye. They're all talking about how they're going to help the world change with the Wakandans, all that stuff. And then
The second one?
final one.
Oh my god.
So he's getting already excited. The second one, it begins with these kids just looking. You see them, just all three faces, and you hear this, and they all run out of this hut, and you see Shorty there. And she goes, "Are you playing with that man again?"
Oh my god.
And all of a sudden, out comes Bucky.
He's got a new arm.
No, he doesn't have a new arm. He's still armless. He doesn't have his arm, but he's
I thought he had the new arm already. No?
Nope. Not that I remember. I mean, I'm seeing it again before I see Infinity War, but
of course.
Because what they say while they're running away from him, because they're just playing with them, they go white wolf, and they run and they walk away from him, and she goes, "How are you doing, Agent Barnes?" She's like, "I'm fine," and it's Bucky. And she goes, "We have a lot to go through," and they all just go, and I'm like, "Oh my God, Infinity War!" Ah! So that's the end of Black Panther. I know we skipped a lot of stuff, but this movie has to be seen to be appreciated. We can't just tell you about how it is.
You could, but it's kind of like get experience.
You have to. This movie's so good. I won't say it's my favorite, but it's up there.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. Out of 5.
4.5 out of 5.
I gotta give it 5.
5?
5, because it's such a good movie.
Yeah, I give it a 5 too.
So
screw the 4.5. Let's go with the full 5.
Anyways, guys, that's it for our Infinity War countdown. The next one we have is Infinity War.
Ooh, that's probably gonna be a long video.
That's gonna be a big review because we're talking about it. We're gonna have a regular review where we don't spoil anything. We're gonna have a huge review where we spoil everything. Yeah. So make sure you read which one's a spoiler and which one's not.
You know, I'm getting sick of this. That print.
That print's still here.
It's over there. It's waiting.
We will announce who wins it the night of Infinity War. April 27th. We will announce who wins the print. And then we're going to start a new contest for the best print that we have, which is a really cool Marvel print. It has all the characters on it, all the Marvel superheroes, all the Marvel villains, even the ones that aren't in the Marvel universe and stuff like that. And remember, this is all presented by James Hochul Arts.
Heroes on top, villains on bottom.
So, remember guys, like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what your favorite Infinity Stone is. Tell us why. Get this Yondu out of here. He's Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah, he's Mary Poppins, y'all. I don't want Mary Poppins here anymore. I'm getting tired of looking at it.
But anyways.
I want to give it.
Remember? Wakanda forever.
Forever.
See you guys next time.
Ooh.